Hi everybody, Tori Hartman here with a psychic minute or two. And I was thinking today and actually the last few days about the concept of like a spiritual bypass and what that is. And some of us, because we've been, we know so much. We did therapy in the 80s. We, forgave our parents. We got angry. We did all that stuff. And we've been in therapy or worked through the concept of how to talk to each other. But what's happened, I think, is that we've started skipping a step. And to give you an example of what I'm talking about is, last week a friend was over, and I've known her for a long, long, long time. Believe me, a long time. And she's a light worker as well. She's a massage therapist. And she read one of the Fable cards in the morning. And we started to walk out to go get a cup of coffee, and she was overcome with emotion about it and what was coming up for her about her life. And it was a very interesting thing how everything came up. And rather than just say, I'm really confused, it was really interesting because I've seen this a lot with people who do this work. She jumped right to the concept of, I know that it's all in divine order, and I know that I enjoy each day. And I'm like, okay. And it was really interesting because as she started to say this, we got to the coffee shop and we got our coffee, and I'm confused. And she said, and I know that there's a plan. And as she's crying, she's saying this. And I said, well, can I just ask you something? She said, yeah. I said, what's wrong? And she's like, what do you mean? I said, well, I have no idea what's bothering you. I only know you're telling me the solution to your feelings, but you haven't even expressed what the feelings are yet. And I think that she stopped and looked at me and she went, oh. And I said, and I'm psychic, so of course I said, I'm just picking up that there's some kind of thing with your dad. And she said, well, I'm really still angry at him, but I've forgiven him too. And she started, and I said, wait. Sometimes we just have to be in that emotional experience so that we can come to the realization that we've forgiven someone or not. I think it's so real to just be someone who's like, I know for me, like when I'm driving, sometimes I will hand signal people to let them know that I'm unhappy with their behavior. But that's human, right? And so I think trying to be with spirit is a wonderful thing, and that's the concept. But this is a human experience, and it's so important for us to just stop and say, this is my real feeling. I'm upset with my dad today, and I just don't know why. And when I said that to my friend, she went, oh. I said, yeah, you just don't know why. It's okay. It's like, I'm upset about something, and who cares? This too shall pass, right? And she went, yeah. And I said, don't rush to the result. Stay in the moment with it. And if you're real with it, you'll find that naturally you come to the spiritual conclusion. But if you try to jump to the spiritual conclusion to avoid feelings, the feelings get stronger, they incubate, and they come out in other ways. So that is my psychic couple minutes. I'll see you next time.